you know, as someone that's starting out with taking photos, you may walk into a situation like this and go, oh, what am I going to do with this?
There we go. Another beautiful day stuck in traffic in downtown Los Angeles.
No, God, please, no!
But we're getting out. So right now we are getting to our start location, which is Mariachi Plaza. So that's where we're going right now. And this is a location that the couple selected. I always like to ask for engagement sessions. Do you have an exact location in mind, or do you have a type of location in mind? And that way we can kind of narrow it down from there. They knew exactly where they wanted to do it. So we narrowed it down even further by asking them, you know, as far as the look. So we came down to, we're doing it much closer to sunset than we normally would. So right now it's a 7:30 start. Sunset is at 8 p.m. And so we're gonna shoot from daylight, sunset, into nighttime, which I think should be pretty cool because I think we can get some really cool colors in downtown LA. The thing with downtown LA, we posted a video a while ago shooting in low light situations with the Osmo Pocket 3, the one that we're filming this with. And we got some really cool colors in the background and things like that. And when you see like movies in downtown LA, you always see like those warm colors. And I think that it's something cool to play off of. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play with those warm colors in the evening, but I also wanna give them something bright. So we're starting at sunset. So yeah, we're here very early. We're here almost an hour early because, as you guys saw in the beginning, there was quite a bit of traffic. And since I've never shot here, we've walked around here before. Like after a shoot, I think I was with Sergio and we just kind of walked around, but I've never gotten out and taken photos here. So I want to get out and scout around, see what's around here, what we can do, map out some shots, and then we can get started. So, all right, let's follow along. All right, guys, so the reason that we got here a little bit early is not just to give time for traffic, but also like things like this. Seeing a little mural over here of Cantinflas, you know, like little icons in Spanish culture. So murals over there across the street, the different colors, you know, there's a lot of other things here than just that little park. So I know that they selected that park because there has to be some significance to it. So there's got to be significance to all the other cultural things that are around here. So that's the reason we're here early, because that little Cantinflas, we're definitely going to get that in the background in some shots. You know, as they're walking, seeing the skyline over here of downtown LA, that looks really cool. So we can do some cool shots going that direction. But again, right now it's super bright looking that way. So waiting until it's a little bit later is going to be a lot better. Even like that skyline at sunset, we'll be able to get it without the construction site by zooming in. At least that's what we hope. We'll see. And then like even things like this, the street names right there, Mariachi Plaza, Vicente Fernandez Street, like getting all those things that tell a story. It's not just shooting them straight on. So that's the idea. Hopefully we don't get beat up by these youngsters over here, but you know, we could scrap, so it's all right. This is, when you search Mariachi Plaza, this is what pops up the most, is this gazebo here. This is like the main attraction, I guess. Whenever you Google, that's what pops up. But we're just gonna walk around the surroundings. So maybe one block this way, one block that way, and just kind of the perimeter of it, just to get a little extra. We have about an hour to play with, which is a lot of time, actually. I remember when I started shooting, we would do like 3-hour engagement sessions. And by the end of it, I felt like the couple would start to get tired a little bit. So now between 1 hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours max, if there's multiple locations, that's really all you need. Once you know like the staple shots that your couple is gonna want, why keep beating it to death? I always say I want to finish things on a high note where people want more instead of finishing where they're bored. All right, so now I remember why I came to this area a few years ago. So why I walked around, because of this vegan spot. I was a vegetarian for 7 years, and obviously, you know, it's a little more difficult to find vegan or vegetarian food. So I remember I Googled it, I came here, and that's why I was in this area walking around. Now I remember. We're gonna go have some now. Let's go revisit my past. Just arm around each other in the back right there. We're gonna do the hand in the pocket right there, Robert. And then right on this side, good. And then we'll do the thumb also in the pocket. There we go. Rebecca, I'm gonna have you turn your body a little bit towards Robert. There we go. And then I'm gonna have you bend one knee just a little bit. That's it. Then with the hand, because of the sleeve the way it is, you can choose either the hand on the hip or you can put your hand on his chest, whichever you prefer, or we can go back and forth. So we'll do a few with and a few without. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do the same pose again, guys. I'm gonna go pretty far back because I wanna zoom in.
Yeah. So one thing, you never want hands just dangling, always on each other. There we go. Hold that right there. Rebecca, let me have you looking this way for one. Beautiful, hold that, nice. Or a little more to the left, turn your head, that's it, good. Hold that right there, guys. 1, 2, 3, nice. So we just wrapped up a few minutes ago. Obviously you could tell it's all dark out here. So we're on our way home, and one thing that Alexis and I were just discussing is, he goes, you know, as someone that's starting out with taking photos, you may walk into a situation like this and go, oh, what am I gonna do with this? Because there's a lot of graffiti, because there's a lot of, you know, it's downtown LA. It's not gonna be the most serene looking, peaceful looking place. You're gonna have some things a little bit harsher, a little bit harder, but to me, that was actually part of the charm. I love the fact that we shot at a location that's very close to their house. Actually, one of the photos that we took, there was a little puppy like tail in the back. And the reason I took that is because the groom, he told me that he takes his dogs there all the time to that veterinarian. And I go, well, that's part of your story, let's include it. So like things like that, you kind of have to find what is cool about any location that you go to. To me, as soon as I walked there and I got there, I went, oh shoot, I got excited. As someone that's starting out, you may not see the beauty or the coolness in all the like murals and things around there, but to me, I kind of was reading the same thing that they were kind of trying to show me, you know, when they picked the location. It's very Hispanic culture. It's very heavy on colors and murals and architecture, so we kind of leaned into that a lot more. And, you know, by the end of it, they were very happy with everything that we got. I was very happy. I was very excited to shoot, actually, because I love shooting at night. So at night, we used more colors, we used more gels, we used the gels in the background to add a little bit more color to the background while hitting them with flash so they were color corrected. So, you know, just playing around a lot with lighting, because once the sun goes down, it doesn't mean that the shoot is over. It means that now we get to play if you know how to play with a little bit of off-camera lighting. So all in all, really successful shoot. We had a lot of fun. We're gonna see them at their wedding in a few months. And thank you guys for watching. And if you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe, because that would be lovely. All right, guys, bye.